Well, hello everybody and welcome to the Your Natural Healer channel. My name is Tammy and I'm so happy to have you here today. Today is Monday, it's the 24th. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that next week is August. So anyway, this reading is good from today, the 24th, until Sunday, that would be the 30th. But before we get started into anything, first of all, I want to say welcome to everybody, all the new people, all the returning subscribers, all you beautiful souls out there. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. And we're going to knock out our housekeeping really, really quickly. So the first thing I want to talk about is the July specials. The July special is still going on. You have until the 31st to sign up. It doesn't mean you have to have your session done by the 31st. It just means that you need to at least purchase the special, and it can be scheduled in August. That's fine. And that is the Chakra Healing, it's assessment and healing package. It's a wonderful package. Once you purchase it, I will send you an email. You'll do a chakra assessment. You'll tell me if there's anything that you're concerned about or you want me to focus on. And then I will do about a 45 to 60 minute distance Reiki session, clearing, strengthening, balancing, and charging all your 7 main chakras. One of the tools that I use is my trusty quartz pendulum. I have a labradorite pendulum, but my labradorite I use for my personal use. But I use this pendulum. It helps me and my intuition. The pendulum can help me determine, how fast or slow your chakra's spinning. It can tell me if it's going in the correct direction. If it's even a circle. I've had once where they were just doing I think they were doing a 30-minute session, and their sacral chakra was spinning like an egg shape. So it was really cool. And and I was able to balance it all out. But anyway, I will use the pendulum. I'll use my intuition. I'll send Reiki to all the chakras. I incorporate crystals. I'll use selenite to clear the auric field and to kind of create like a little bubble around you. I use black kyanite to clear away anything negative. That includes any type of negative energy, entity, whatever. And then I use other crystals for this chakra. So anyway, if you're curious, that's kind of what I do. I will send you an audio file of the session, and that's yours to keep forever. So that is on sale right now. So if you really feel that you need some chakra work, that is it's 20% off. So you have until the 31st to sign up. Another thing is, if you have not subscribed to the channel, if you would consider smashing that subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate it. We were hovering about 373. We're up to 376 at the time of this morning. And the YouTube algorithm, guys, it's real. I don't know if I was shadow banned or what, but last week, hardly anybody watched my videos, which has been super rare. I had nobody subscribe until I put out Friday's video. So I don't know what's going on with that. So the algorithm, guys, is real. And this is for any YouTuber you watch. Subscribe. You could turn off the notifications. I get it. You don't want your phone blowing up. I do the same thing. Always subscribe. Like the video, because the more the videos the more YouTube puts it out there. I don't make any money off of this. I do it because I love tarot, and I feel like I have something that I can offer, and I hope that I can help as many people as I can. So anyway, I have my moon water this morning. I'm a little thirsty. I'm sorry for the shadow. But anyway, if you would subscribe, let me get some water. Excuse me. If you would consider subscribing, guys, thank you in advance. I really appreciate the support. Something happens at 1,000. I know I can Google it to find out, but I want to be surprised because I've been working hard at trying to get 1,000. And I think I'm doing pretty good. But I'm kind of slowing down a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so what we're going to do today, before we start, let me show you the piece of crystal. This is called galena, Galnea. I've heard it galena too, galena. And this is actually, isn't this gorgeous? This is really widely used in products and stuff, but it is a great crystal for the root chakra. I've been working with this for about the last 4 to 5 days. It's really great it's a great grounding stone. And it's also great for putting you in the present moment and putting all your intentions, like you kind of transfer your intentions into the crystal, and it really helps amplify those intentions and really helps connect it with the root chakra and really enables you to really work on those intentions. So I've been really working with this a lot. Like I said, the last couple of days, I'm going to work with this through tomorrow. Actually, will be the last day I work with it, and I will switch to something else. So I just thought you'd like to see that. So I'm going to set that aside. Let's go ahead. I'm going to clear the cards. They've been cleaned with sage already. I do that every Sunday. But I'm feeling we want some good cards. And sounds is always a great way to get rid of any negative energy. All right, so what I'm going to do this morning is, if you haven't watched the channel before, is I'm going to shuffle and then I'm going to draw 3 cards. This will be time stamped, so you don't have to sit and listen to the whole thing. Like if you pick the right card, you don't have to listen to everybody else's card unless, you're interested in doing that. But don't skip out at the Reiki Hug. At the end of your reading, make sure you go to the Reiki Hug. What that is, it's 2 minutes of distance healing, of Reiki distance healing. And it's physical, emotional, mental, spiritual healing that I send, and we do that for about 2 minutes. I know it's only 2 minutes of Reiki, but it's better than nothing. If you're interested in a session, I would love to give you some distance Reiki using my pendulum and all my crystals and things of that nature. You can always go to yournaturalhealer.com, go to services, and there are all types of Reiki packages. So you can check that out on your own. Mix up my desk a little bit. I have to show you guys my malachite ball. Oh my God, this thing is 8 pounds. Isn't this thing gorgeous? I just love it. Malachite is just, that thing is heavy. It's just such a stunning crystal. All right, I don't know what it is. Spheres. I have been that's all I'm attracted to right now is spheres. As you can see, I keep adding to my collection more and more spheres. But anyway, I had to show you my malachite. So anyway, so I'm going to draw the 3 cards. I'm going to lay them out in a row, and you're going to use your intuition, and you're going to select one. Go with your gut feeling, okay? Don't overthink it. Really, really use that third eye, okay? And see what the universe is trying to let you know, kind of assess your energy this week. And let's hope we don't get any negative cards, because like I said, I'm honest. So if I pull something negative, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you like it is. I'm not here to promote rainbows, butterflies, and unicorns. I'm here to help you on your spiritual path and your spiritual journey and for your spiritual ascension. What else was I going to say? Oh, so if it doesn't resonate with you, don't freak out. It's okay. Because of the fact that this is a general reading. This is for anybody. So if you want a more specific reading, go on to yournaturalhealer.com. Again, go to services, and I have all different types of packages for tarot readings as well. There's even readings with Reiki. My prices are very, I don't want to say cheap, but I don't undercut myself, but I'm not price gouging, I love tarot. I love reading for people. And I don't think you should be, I mean, yeah, some people pay it $100 an hour for a reading. That's, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel good with that. So anyway, my prices are very affordable. So if you are ever interested, check them out. There's 30 minutes, there's an hour, there's Reiki and readings. And go, I'm not going to sit here and list everything on the channel. Just go and check it out. Now, if the reading resonates with you, I want you to claim it. So by claiming it, I mean taking a deep breath in, placing your right hand on your heart, and saying, yes, I claim this for myself. Okay? So let's get to this. I'm just going to put these here, and then we're going to put my beautiful crystal right there that I've been working on so diligently. All right, so here are your cards. Without overthinking it, you're either going to pick the left, the middle, or the right. And let's get this party started. So if you chose the left card today, okay, the Six of Swords in reverse. All right, so what do we got going on here? This card is Mercury energy. And, you know, when you think of Mercury, he's kind of like a messenger. It's Aquarius energy, and it's also air energy. And when you think of air energy, when you think of like the wind, sometimes the wind is calm and cool. So that would be nice and calm and cool. Or the wind can be like really breezy and devastating. And that's what we've got going on here with you guys this morning. You're moving into a space where you really can't move. You're feeling kind of stuck. And I think that you were trying to move away from some negativity. However, for some reason, you have gotten stuck and you're returning, back into that trouble. And for some of you, it may be you're even doing it intentionally. Instead of facing your problems, you're running away from them. Okay? So you need to really do some deep soul searching this week. I'm getting heart chakra, and I think you need to do some really deep meditation on your heart chakra this week. You're more than welcome to do, I have that pink energy guided meditation. That one is such a beautiful meditation. It is really for some deep healing. And the thing with our heart chakra is that sometimes, it goes from, it's normally associated with green, but it can be associated with pink. But I'm really getting green here. I don't necessarily think that it's all about self-love, self-compassion, and all of that. I think that's a little bit of it. But I think you need to figure out what you are running away from, because that's causing you to be stuck. When we don't face the challenges in front of us, we have really two choices. We either, number one, we stay exactly in the same place and there's no movement. Or we move totally backwards, which when we move backwards, it's never a good thing because we've already experienced all of that. So when we go backwards, we can't change it. And yeah, we know what's coming, but that's not good. And being stuck isn't good either. Part of life, this experience that we have as humans, is all about moving forward. We have so many choices. We don't realize all the choices we have in our life every day. From when you get up in the morning, that alarm clock goes off. You have a choice to ignore it. You have a choice to turn it off. You have a choice to hit snooze for 5 minutes. You have a choice to hit snooze for 10 more times of 5 minutes. So we have lots of choices. And then from those, kind of think like a family tree, how it keeps with all the branches. That's how choices are. So you really need to figure out why you're stuck, because you're going to be going, oh my God, why, why? What's going on here? Why is all this happening to me? And the healing's not coming. And the healing's not coming because it's of your own doing. For some reason, you're not wanting to move forward. I'm sorry, I gotta get some water. Is it that you're afraid of losing someone or losing a memory or a feeling? Oops, I'm sorry. Because if it's about losing people, people come in and out of our life. And we can't force people to be in our lives. So if it's something to that effect, then again, you're the only one that's going to be able to get to the root cause. There's so many things. If we were doing a single session, I'd be able to draw more cards for more clarification on this. So it's really difficult in a general to get super, super specific. But I just want you to be really aware of this week that you're going to feel like you're stuck and that you can't move. And that's all coming from whatever you're running from. So whatever you're running from, you need to stop, make amends. And once you've resolved that issue, you will be able to move forward. You cannot move forward if you haven't finished something. It's just like, think of school. We can't go into 8th grade if we haven't completed 7th grade. You have to finish to move forward. All right. So this week, really focus on your heart chakra. I would utilize some green crystals. And if you have to do any shadow work with this, then incorporate some pink crystals or some pink color into your life. But definitely do some type of meditation with the heart chakra. You can even do a whole chakra meditation too, and that's fine as long as you're hitting that heart chakra. But really focus on that heart chakra this week, okay? Go to that Reiki hug and go get some healing, all right? Let's get moving and move forward and not backwards, and definitely not stay stuck. All right, so if you chose the middle card this week, you got, the 10 of Wands. And the 10 of Wands it's a great card because 10s have to deal with completion, the end of a cycle. And Wands have to deal with fire. And if you think of fire energy, fire can be comforting, it can be warming, but it can also be very, very, very destructive. This particular card draws on Saturn energy as well as Sagittarius energy. So especially this morning, if you're a Sagittarian and you pulled this card, it's going to be a little more amplified for you. But this is really saying that you've been dealing with so much and you've had so much responsibility. You have a lot of duties in your life and you're starting to really feel it. You're feeling exhausted. You're feeling burdened. Just like this guy, if you look at him, he's carrying a pretty heavy load. And it looks awkward the way he's even carrying it and having to move forward. And I think that in your recent past, you have been going through some struggles. I'm not necessarily going to say they're like tower moments or anything, but you've been dealing with some struggles, some hard work, and you may have even been losing focus a little bit. But this card is here to say, no, this is coming to an end. You've done everything you needed to do. It's time to move forward and let this all go. So for you guys, I would really make sure this week that anything that's been really burdensome, cumbersome, any responsibilities or duties that you can tie them up and be done with them. Just wash your hands of them when you're done, okay? I also really want you to focus on your root chakra because all this has been affecting your stability a little bit within your life. You haven't been able to find that balance because you've had all this extra garbage to carry around. So I think your root chakra needs a little bit of TLC. If you're interested on my channel, there is the root chakra affirmations, but you don't even have to watch that. You can just play that in the background and I say an affirmation, you repeat it. Affirmations, though, are best if you say them for 21 days in a row. And I go over that in the video. But definitely your root chakra needs some TLC. For a few of you, I don't think it's necessarily that your root chakra is totally out of balance, but I think maybe a few of you might be feeling some issues, maybe in the very lower back, like, right there, like the coccyx and what is that? Is that yes, your sacral vertebrae. I think that you're feeling it in that tailbone area. Sciatica is very prevalent in people that have root chakra issues. Problems with your legs and the knees, maybe your ankles, numbness, cramping, anything like that, I do think has been a result of the stress that you've been carrying around. So I think that it's twofold. Number one, you need to finish. You can't just quit things, okay? Now, one thing I'm going to tell you, though, you can say no. You don't need to be everything to everybody and do everything. You can also delegate, okay? But whatever you have started, like I said, you are at the end of it. Finish it, wash your hands of it, and then give that root chakra a little bit of TLC. And if you do that, I think you're going to see some of these physical things kind of dissipate a little bit. As far as if you are into crystals, I would work with some hematite. Hematite is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful grounding stone. Really great for the root chakra. Carnelian is another good one, but I'm really feeling hematite. I'm feeling like the darker, the more black colored stones, because with the root chakra, we can use black or red crystals. So my suggestion is hematite. If you don't have hematite, jet might be a good one. If you're interested in buying crystals, I do think I still have hematite in Your Natural Healer store, so you could check that out there. Again, my prices are very fair. I don't price gouge. But do those two things. Finish what you've started. Wipe your hands of it. Once it's done, it's done. Don't go back and dwell and go, woulda, coulda, shoulda, or how could I have done this different? Let it go. Like this guy, you're done carrying them, just drop them and keep moving forward. And give that root chakra a little TLC, my friends, and you're going to have a fantastic week. You're going to feel better physically, you're going to feel better emotionally, and you're even going to feel better spiritually. You're just going to feel so much better all the way around. All right? Get to that Reiki hug. All right? All right, if you chose the, I was going to say the left card. Right card. You got the Two of Wands. I've always really, really liked this card. Hold on a second. I hear Parker at the door. Okay, sorry about that. She's at the door and she'll come busting in. For those of you who don't know Parker, she is my spiritual German Shepherd. And I kid you not, she should have been named Dharma. I've always liked this card. I just like the optimism behind it. The Two of Wands. Wands is actually the suit of fire. It works with the element of fire. And, fire can be good. Well, all the elements can be good or bad. And with fire can bring us comfort. It can bring us security and warmth, or it can bring us utter devastation. It is associated with the planet Mars, which again, Mars, you think, oh my gosh, Mars, fighting and all that. And it does deal with Aries. And Aries can be a very, because it is a fire sign, very, very aggressive. But I don't find this card aggressive at all. So even though it's pulling in all these energies, it's pulling in on the good side of those energies. And what this card is about, it's really about, I mean, it has a literal meaning. Literally, it means you're traveling overseas. So if you are somebody that's going to be traveling overseas or has been thinking about it, then this card is telling you the time is now. But with tarot cards have a literal meaning, and then there's the meaning that, when the reader channels in on the energies that they pick up with using their intuition. I love this card for that, because this card is all about expectations and anticipation, discovery, decisions. And you look here, this guy, he's standing there and he's holding the world in his hand. He's got one staff secure in the ground and then one staff behind him. So why I love this card so much, and that this is what I think is going on with you guys this week, for those of you who drew this, my friends, is that you've got a decision to make. You have so many options out there. The world is your oyster, if you've ever heard that saying. And this is so true this week. Now, you have two ways that you can play this. With this stick that's behind him, you can stay in this place. And if you stay where you're standing, the ground, all the good, and then, the mountains kind of signify, possible, turmoil and problems and challenges. So if you stay in the same place, the same space, you know what to expect. But the thing with that is you never grow as a person, okay? And your other option, if you look at this staff, that he's holding in one hand, and that's also given him the world in the other hand. And that is telling him, it's almost like with this big old fat piece of malachite here, he's got the whole world in his hands, and he can do anything, go anywhere, and be anything. Now, granted, we don't know what's going to happen. There's going to be hardship, sure. There's going to be laughter. There's going to be tears. There's going to be good times, good memories to be made. But there's also going to be sadness and fear and all that. But that's part of life and part of moving forward, having new chapters in our life. And it starts from the time we first go to school, and it's scary because it's new. And then when we go to junior high school, and then the high school to college, or our first job, and all of that. If we sat there and stayed in the place that we were in when we were born, we'd be, I don't know what you'd call it, but you wouldn't be in a good place. And you wouldn't have all these experiences, and you wouldn't have gained all this knowledge. And with that being said, the Two of Wands is really a great card for the third eye chakra. Because yes, the third eye chakra does deal with intuition, but it also deals with introspection, looking in at yourself, okay? Really seeing inside. So this week, you have a decision to make as to whether you're going to stay with the same old, or you're going to move forward. And you're going to realize it's a risk, and that you don't know what's coming, and there's going to be good and bad, but it's the only way that you're going to grow as a person. If you come into this situation and you're really not sure what to do, meditate on it. Again, meditate on that third eye, because your third eye is going to give you the answer. This, you're putting the thought behind it. You're using your emotion, but you also need to use your intuition. Okay? So this is, I think many of you know what I'm talking about if you're not already at this point. If not, it's probably going to be a day or two after this reading that, this all starts coming about. you've already thought a lot about it, and you've already explored how you feel about it, but you need to really seek that inner guidance. Use that intuition, look inside, and that's going to help you make the correct decision. And only you know what the correct decision. Maybe you're really not ready. And if you're not ready to move forward, then you need to ask yourself why. What is causing you to stay stuck? And that's a little bit of shadow work right there, my friends. But again, only you can answer that question. So take your time, reflect on it, do some meditating of that third eye, little quiet time, clear the mind. It doesn't have to be a 2-hour meditative session. Journal even if you have to, especially if you're saying, you know what, I can't move forward. Then why? Okay? And then other than that, you're going to have a fantastic week. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and we are going to do our Reiki hug. So I'm going to have you guys go ahead and get your cell phones on silent and get comfortable. And I'm going to go grab I think 2 Tibetan bowls. That's what I'm feeling today. And then once you do that, again, just nice and comfortable. All right. I never know what bowls I want until after the reading. It kind of goes by, whatever I pick up in the reading and then whatever I'm drawn to at that point. Okay. I'm a little sniffly today. Apologize. Okay. All right, I want you to start breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, just nice and gentle. Don't force it, natural. All right. And now I want you to go ahead, focus on the top of your head, and I want you to scan your entire body, releasing any tension, any stress that you feel. Let it all go. This is your Reiki hug. right, when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Taking it nice and easy. Thank you so much for joining me today. Everything that I talked about as far as products and crystals, personal readings, the special, Reiki, if you want birth chart analysis, I have planet reports, all of that good stuff. Check it out. Go to yournaturalhealer.com. There's a lot of stuff out there. You can also access under other. There's an apparel store, which is linked to a third-party provider that does t-shirts. And they're not just Your Natural Healer. There's some funny ones that I made up. And then also there's a link to the Lotus Center if you're interested in learning about spirituality. I was hoping to have my Reiki 1 if you're interested in learning Reiki. But with my vegetable garden super producing this year, that's going to get pushed back until I'm going to try to have that out by August 15th. And more information come to that. So if you're interested in learning Reiki, Reiki 1, which Reiki 1 is dealing about being able to do Reiki on yourself and people that are kind of close to you. You're really not going to be going out and charging people with Reiki 1. But if that is something you're interested in, stay tuned. It is coming, and my courses are super thorough, so I'm dotting every I and crossing every T. So anyway, I will see you guys on Wednesday. Don't forget fake or fact. If you haven't been watching those, test your knowledge on spirituality. We talk about everything in those. It's a question, and you determine fake or fact, and then I tell you the answer. Crystals, chakras, essential oils, holistic eating, healthy eating, all kinds of good questions. So check that out. And then I will also see you guys on Friday for our Oracle message. So with that being said, go live your best life, but do it the natural way. Namaste.